Hello, beautiful ones. Welcome to Unicorn Light Tarot. It is such an honor to be here with you today or this evening or whichever time of day or night you are experiencing this reading. I have been away for a while, getting in touch with spirit guides and just sort of taking this time in history as a time of transformation and taking some time for myself. But now it is time to be back with you guys, and I am truly excited to be able to bring you some messages. So I thought what we would do, we would start off. It's been a little bit of a while since I've been with you guys. So I thought I would have you pick whichever whatever messages you need right now, whatever guidance you need to hear right now in this moment, for guidance, for clarity, for beauty, for grounding, for assurance. That's what we're going to get you, those messages today. Again, they are general messages, but whatever messages come through, I really believe that for most of you, they should resonate if you're drawn to the reading. So I thought you could pick for yourself which pile or which energy you want to work with. So for energy number one, we have the Archangel Oracle cards here. So if you're looking for messages and you're feeling drawn to the archangels for messages, then your pile one would be you. And then we have fairy messages. They are tarot, but they're fairy messages. So if you're looking for sort of elemental energy and fairy energy, sort of inner guidance, particularly inner child guidance, if you're looking to get in touch with that sort of energy, you might want to pick pile two. And then Keepers of the Light Oracle here will be pile three. Very powerful deck also. And of course, we will be using some other tarot. I'm going to be using the Goddess Tarot. I'm also going to be using the Queen of the Moon Oracle too, and some earth energy too, to get you some extra messages. But predominantly we're going to be using whichever pile these oracle cards and these tarot cards within your reading. So as always, take your time. We're going to take a deep breath in. All the messages will be of the highest order of love and light, exactly what it is that you need to hear right now. We're only interested in messages that resonate and also of the highest frequency. Just want to concentrate on the light right now. I know there's a lot of other stuff going on, but we really just want to keep you focused on the light, keep your frequency up, and keep you there and give you some hope and clarity and beauty. So all the timestamps will be down below as always, and we're just going to breathe into our energy. And as always, please take as much time as you possibly need. There is no need to rush whatsoever. If you feel as though you need to or you want to, pause the video and see which energy is pulling you in which direction to get whatever message you need in this very moment. Then go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you want. And as always, if you're feeling drawn to one or more of the decks or the oracle decks or the tarot decks, then again, always go with your intuition. If you really, really, truly listen to your intuition and your heart, I truly believe you cannot go wrong. All right then, so I'm going to move these out of the way for now, but we will visit with them very soon. So for those of you who chose, I guessed, the Oracle number one, pile one, Archangels, the Oracle cards, this will be your beautiful reading. And again, we're looking for messages, whatever it is that you need right now. So if you came into this reading, you clicked on this reading, you felt like you needed a little bit of guidance or you needed to hear something that resonated with your soul right now. I know there's a lot of activation going on, a lot of ascending. A lot of people have just a lot of stuff going on in their lives for various different reasons. So let's see what messages we can get for you. So I'm going to pick three of these. And it would be nice if you were here and you could pick them. I'm just trying to see. Okay, so this one is leadership. Archangel Gabriel, it is time for you to assume your leadership, power, and position and lovingly guide others. So that's your first. Beautiful. Archangel Gabriel has been coming up a lot recently. Two, passion. Archangel Haniel, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Okay. And then this one is what I'm calling teaching and learning. Okay, we got, sorry, I just want that. We've got a little bit of a theme here for those of you who picked the archangels. Keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. So the first thing I can sense and feel for you and what I'm being told for those of you who picked pile 1 is that this is a great time for transformation for you. For those of you who have been feeling a little bit of uncomfortability of these deep-seated sort of old ways of even toxicity sort of coming out and sort of riding waves. A lot of you have been riding waves like up and down. One day you're feeling great, next day you're down again. That is just part of the process for now, but it is going to even out. The first thing that I will say is that lean into the uncomfortability of the emotionality of what's going on. For some of you, and again, these are always general readings, but for some of you, I am feeling that you are resisting a little bit of the change because it's overwhelming and it's happening on all levels, spiritual, physical, social, everything. And of course, it's very overwhelming. And any way that you decide to deal with any of your life, of course, is 150% up to you. But to ease into some of this overwhelming sort of tsunami feeling is to lean in and trust in the transition. Now, the first thing that I will say is, for those of you out there, boundaries are an issue. It's very, very important to understand what's happening in the external. Many timelines are going on right now. So there's a lot of information out there. There's also a lot of misinformation out there. It's really, really a time to sort of block the external to the degree that you want to the degree that's comfortable for you, and really concentrate on the internal. Now, the internal for you, pile 1, is dramatic, but it's beautiful. If you can concentrate on that transformation, so much will happen for you in the next couple of weeks. Now, what I'm getting for you now, your message for now really is that you are being asked to, and this is the right time to do this. You are being asked, this is the right time. If things that you have chosen in the past, you were just in a situation where you're like, I'll do this for now, I'll do that for now. You are in a significant position to be able to step up and say, this is exactly what I want, and command what it is that you want with the power that you have for the first time. So instead of like normally, you know, we move in steps and stages, you know, 3 steps forward, 1 step back. And then, you know, something comes in and you have to deal with it and this, that, and the other, or it's not the right time. You know, there's timing, there's things that need to be done. I can't leave my work right now, etc., etc., etc. This is a unique time where all the slates are wiped clean. Very, very brand new. This is a time for you to step up into your leadership and do exactly what it is that you wanted to do. Now, for a lot of you who wanted to work, you know, not necessarily from home before, but wanted to work in close-knit communities, wanted to do and teach what it is that they know, regardless or not, if you believed, let's get another one here, that you had the sovereignty, or you had what it is, or what it took, the confidence to be able to do that. This is your time to do that. You're being asked to really step into your dreams sort of in a brand new way without question. The message that I'm getting is that the external has been taken off the table. So there's nothing anymore. I know that's crumbling. And again, you know, you're not being necessarily asked to to take on that energy right now. You're not being asked to crumble with the external. You're being asked to take the energy of the crumbling, preserve it, bring it back to you, transfer it to your own power, and ask what it is that you want, and step into that energy 100% without excuse, without a little bit of real talk, without I'll do this for a while, without having to compromise whatsoever. So for those of you who wanted to take their passion and do what it is that they wanted to do, but you were doing it, part-time, or you were doing other things to supplement that, or you weren't at the level that you wanted to be at because of confidence or whatever it is that held you back. You're being asked to step into that power and grow into that right now, and put that light out into the world. And it's really a sort of a teaching and learning. For most of you, it's, for those of you who are a perfectionist out there, you're not being asked to be absolutely perfect before you get out there. You're going to, whatever it is that you need to learn on your path, you will learn by being out there. So again, this is a brand new sort of out with the old, chuck everything out, really take this time for transformation to make some really great, brilliant changes. And for those of you who are practically minded, and there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes that practicality comes in a little bit too much, you can say to yourself, well, this lockdown thing, whatever it is that we're going through, this up and down of the external, maybe we need to be looking at how we can earn our money, or how we can be in the world sort of on our own terms. And the more that we're on our own terms and sort of and earning our own money on our own terms, the more we're in control of that, right? So you can use that as a way to be really practical now and say, whereas before, well, I have a good job, I was doing this before, I'll do this on the sideline. Now it's like, well, if this happens again, at least I know that I work from home and I know what I'm doing. I have my clients, I have X, Y, and Z. I can just shift this a little bit, but I can still offer what I do and I can still make my money. And, so this is a time for you to take that practicality and apply it to this true transforming and transformational time. What it is that you've truly wanted to do, take those gifts and figure out, dig deep. And for those of you, you may not even have to dig deep because you would know. Again, the void, for those of you who have had doubt before, or you've allowed the external to sort of put a hammer in the works, as it were, before, again, real talk, you're being told that all of that is out of the picture now. There's nothing stopping you. So you can really, really choose to take on the power and, again, relinquish all of what it is that's going on in the external. You are not in control of it. When you stay in the present moment and you get real quiet, it will tell you what it is that you want to do. Now, for those of you, nourishment, yes. Now, nourishment comes in different forms. Obviously, look after yourself. That goes without saying. But a lot of the nourishment comes from nourishing others for you. Now, you've had to learn that give and take, and you're back on that sort of balance. This is the first time that you can be extremely balanced in your life because you totally understand what it is to be you and who it is that you are. This is the first time you've actually come into sort of and met yourself, if that makes any sense. You're meeting yourself for the first time. You've met your strength. You've met your excuses, and you're no longer really standing for them. So for those of you who are a little confused about the specifics about what it is that you would offer, or how it is that you would turn a business into what it is that you do, just remember that you have all the help and everything will come to you very, very easily. This is really about you stepping into and making your passion something that you do full time. Now, one would say, and we could easily say, that all you are doing is stepping onto your path full time and making and taking no excuses anymore. Life is too short, right? We're doing this now. But this is a time of incredible transformation. And everybody is feeling it. And the leadership that you have right now, all of the love that you have for yourself, and even though sometimes it feels like it's flittering away a little bit, you can bring that back by bringing the nourishment back into the world. Now, if you see here, we can see that she's holding something here, and she's standing in front of the world, ready to do what it is that you do. And again, not here to entertain any kind of thoughts of, other people are doing this or whatever. The time is over for that. There is a new sort of blessing in the air, should you decide to take it. All of those, and again, Archangel Gabriel particularly is the one for those brilliant ideas. Sit in that present moment, and if you feel overwhelmed by the sort of the gloriousness of it all, just sit in the present moment and clear your mind. I promise you, you will come. You will get all of these ideas of what it is that you're supposed to do. Now, a lot of these ideas will be somewhat outside of the box. And if you're like, I've never really thought like that before, that's great. This is a brand new time, a brand new beginning. That hunger that you've wanted, but, for a lot of you, you put that hunger on the side. You've not really paid attention to that hunger. And a lot of you have, even pushed it away, saying that's my ego, it's not the right time, or maybe I just want to be seen, I don't know what this is, and you've not paid attention to that hunger. But that hunger really has always been there, and it's that hunger of bringing that light into the world and doing what it is that you do. Let's see what we have here. So yeah, for those of you who are choosing leadership roles, I mean, really at the end of the day, if we can be really clear about this, they chose you. This is something that you were always meant to do, step into those leadership roles. And let's see what we have for you. Yeah, it's for those of you who didn't think that you would be able to make your truth into some kind of real business, a business that takes off and sustains itself in the way that you want. It's absolutely for you to do. And your mantra is not that I'm ready, it's that this is time. You deserve to be where it is that you've always wanted to be. And this is the time in history to be able to do that. And for those of you who are like, but there's so much going on, that's exactly what you need to be able to do. You can help with so much going on. That's exactly it. Love. So it really comes down at the end of the day to a case of profound self-love. And from that, you will get profound self-security, understanding that whatever path you take, you cannot fail. Now, it doesn't mean to say that everything that you do will work out, but it doesn't really matter. That's not what it's about. It all comes down to the love that you have for yourself. You know that you can do this. This is what you're supposed to do. The leadership role, the hunger for the leadership role without the ego, but wanting to be on your path and wanting to help others has always been there. And it's come out in passion. And for those of you who have a lot of fire energy, some of, the anger, or some of, like, for those of you who suffer from a little bit of depression, and it's been coming out recently, it's because of the passion too. There's a lot of passion that you have dumbed down. If you allow that passion to come out and direct it in the way that it should do with your leadership role, and just take that journey right now, because it is your time to do it, then you will find that a lot of that depression will dissipate, because it's that passion, it's that fire, it's that anger of not being able to grab on to what it is that you want to do. It's that feeling helpless. Use the void here. The void is number one. Fool is number one. And then we move into this understanding of moving on our path. The void does not necessarily mean that you have lost yourself. It is just after the new beginning. This is for you to do here. So let's see what other messages we have. Yes. So again, we have the volcano here. We have the passion coming out in different ways. And again, if you've been a little up and down, a bit of wavy, particularly with the depression, that's absolutely, getting back in touch with the passion and not dumbing it down, and really just sitting there in the present moment and coming up with these ideas. Once those ideas are coming out and you start fleshing them out, the depression will dissipate. You'll start getting curious again. The inner child sort of like, oh, let's do this, will start coming out. And then as you start moving forward with your baby steps, you will really start seeing here, music, harmony. We're going to turn this the right side up. Also, inspiration. I'm even hearing, again, these are general messages. Some of you are actually hearing music, or music has a significant sort of appreciation for you right now. And for those of you where that isn't happening yet, please look to music right now. That is an absolute mood booster. There's something in the lyrics I'm hearing very specifically, random lyrics. That's also ways that if you're not aware of this already, but if you are aware of this, then you know that, random lyrics are coming up and they're making absolute sense to you. That's the way that your guides, your angels are speaking to you right now. Those also modes of encouragement right now. So for those of you, turn on the music, have music around, seek it out, see what messages are in there. That is a huge form of communication for you. Some of you are actually hearing music and singing. And, maybe that's coming up in dreams too. But this is a way of solidarity, of them reaching out for you. And also for messages that are coming in very specific to your path to guide you forward. Or the other thing that I'm getting is synchronicity. If you've just come up with this sort of out of the box kind of like, oh, this is a great idea, but how do I do this? So you turn on the radio and then it's like, you can do it, or this is how you do it, or whatever. Synchronicities will come in and solidify what it is that you're already feeling and hearing. So this is an incredible time for you, Pile 1. For those of you who have chosen to get your messages there from our beautiful archangels here. And Archangel Haniel and Archangel Gabriel particularly, you can speak to them and help them find your passion. If you're still in the void, for those of you who feel as though you are deep into that void, ask them to connect you directly to your passion. Once that is unveiled, those are your steps forwards. But the one thing that's going to come out of this transformation pretty much as a given is that your sense of leadership is going to kick in, and it's never sort of going to revert. That's what it is that you are going to do full time. And it is a brand new way of seeing your life and moving in the world in a brand new way. Now, we're all going to have to do that anyway, but this is your advantage. You will be able to use this to your profound advantage. So this is a very exciting time for you, a time of no compromises, a time of what it is that you actually want. Even if you're not clear on the specifics of that yet, that's why your guardian angels are here to guide you. So this is a really, really, really important, beautiful time for you. And remember, music is your friend. Listen out for those lyrics. They're just going to be there. They could be a jingle on the TV. It doesn't have to be like, a bold over moment. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening. And for those of you who play music too, the way in which you sort of connect with music will be slightly different, and your messages can be coming in from that too. So just be aware and be open, and for those of you where this is already happening, then this is wonderful. So you take care, Pile 1. I hope that resonated. Feel free to give me a like, thumbs up, and let me know in the comments. It's great to be back, and I'm sending so much love and light and support for you, and I'm so excited for you to go and get your dreams finally. Pile 1, take care. Bye-bye. Okay, Pile 2, if you picked the Fairy Tarot cards, we have here your message that will resonate with you. And this is what it is that you need to hear right now. So we're going to pull 3 cards for you. Okay, so the first one, 5 of Winter. Walk away from dishonest associations, realizing what you've thought you wanted, but isn't the best choice for your happiness. Something that's not worth the effort. Okay, so that's number 1. We have number 2, the world. That's wonderful. A brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. Okay, so this is sort of falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional time. So you have a lot of different sort of energies in and around you, those who picked the fairy deck. So there's a sense of achievement. There's a sense of beauty in the world. There's a sense of knowing who you are. And there's a sense of finality in a really beautiful way. There's a lot of cutting cords for you. There's a lot of understanding of what it is that you've done and who you are and where you're going. Let's see. I want to also bring in the moon. There's also a sense of moving into a brand new space and moving into the understanding of who you truly are and who you are in a way where you possess a completely different life. So let's see what this means. So focus here and balance. So I feel as though a lot of what you have gone through and beauty has shifted. A lot of what it is that you've settled for has shifted. A lot of your self-assertion and the way you are in the world will shift and has shifted. And I feel as though you are innately sort of ready to sort of take on the challenges or the beauty of what life can hold. Because I feel as though everything's sort of falling away inside of you. And for those of you who are a little overwhelmed with this sort of crumbling away, as I said with pile 1, or those who chose pile 1, you know, lean into the uncomfortability a little bit. There is a sort of reformatting that's going on with you in your psyche, and it's balancing itself out. All you need to do is stay present. For those of you who are like sitting on your bed and you're crying and you feel as though there is a falling away, but there isn't a next step yet, that is totally fine. For those of you who are feeling the sort of like the opening of the heart and the love pangs, for those of you who are ready for your significant other, for those of you who are ready to reclaim their life in a brand new way, this is a brand new beginning for you. The way in which you see yourself is starting to shift, and it's very, very, very important that that happen. There were a lot of things that you needed to go through. There's a lot of stuff that you carried for other people, and you're now giving that back. You know, you're the light bearer here, and these are the people in the back. And I feel as though there's a lot of energy that you allowed into your life in the past where you were trying on that energy, and you were trying to gain something from that energy that was in and around you that you didn't feel as though you could give yourself. Now that has shifted. What you're going through is not an ego-centric sort of situation, but you've now realized beyond a shadow of a doubt that everything that you want is within you, and that shifts everything. The brightness is in you, and it pours out to the external. Your relationships before were based on sort of the balance of what you could give and what they could take, etc., etc. And it's not that you were not responsible for your own energy, not at all. You were absolutely responsible for your own energy, but you took in these relationships because you did not know how to provide a sense of security and a sense of love for yourself. You were trying to use other people as an example, or maybe you were trying to gain the love from somebody else, or understand the worthiness of yourself through somebody else's eyes. What's happened here is your focus has shifted. And it's sort of a brand new beginning for you, because And I don't want to say it's a brand new beginning, because that really doesn't give it justice. You have become your sort of own entity, and at the same time, you've connected to everything and everyone. Let's just get these. So what you have now is the rest of the world at your own fingertips, because you've realized that everything, with a shadow of a doubt, starts with you. And everything was already inside of you. So you're able to look back on everything that's happened and see the story behind it. A lot of people still stay with the story and they give themselves labels. You've gone without that. So the world that you're inheriting is literally the world, not just travel, but whatever it is that you want to do. You could move in many different directions. And for those of you who meditate, you can move beyond sort of timelines. You can move beyond what it is that's perceived by a lot of information that's out there. You have brand new information to bring the world. A lot of it was encoded before, and you came in from other lifetimes, but also because of what's going on in the world, and we're not going to focus on that necessarily, but there's been a lot of uploads, there's been a lot of integration with this energy. So the codes that you have held before have now been activated. So you're able to work in any shape or form and move in any direction in a way that you were not ready to do. It wasn't your time yet to do that. Breath, forest, and also the forest too. It sort of mirrors where we are. Reflection. Yeah, again, you're still in the reflective period, and I'm going to take one more of these because it's... Yes, earth magic. That's it. You are in the reflection period of, again, looking back sort of on your life, or in your life, sort of in wonder, like what it is that you've done and seen, and how far you've come. And also in a way, sort of in awe of not how wrong you were, but how you did not realize the power that you had. The breath of the forest too, being connected to nature, but also seeing sort of, the lungs of the tree and how you are growing. A lot of you may be having sort of either ascension symptoms or sort of dizziness, a little nauseating, feeling a little nauseated. All of that is pretty normal. For those of you who are shedding, it could be a time for like tears, but they're not tears where you're pouring out your heart and you're feeling sorry. It's not, you're not looking back in that way. You're starting to see sort of like, I don't necessarily like to use the word matrix because it's been overused, but you're starting to see how all the systems have come together and how they were never really together anyway. So the crumbling in that way means nothing because they weren't working anyway. So you're not connected with the external. You're not connected with what isn't important. You're taking what is important and you're taking it within. Your journey of within will definitely reflect on the outer. So this is a sort of reading for you to ground into your energy. For a lot of you feeling a little overwhelmed, again, the ups and downs, and this can be a little bit of a crazy ride while this energy is transmuting and transpiring, and a little bit, the ups and downs feels like a tsunami one day and then calm the next day, or within 20 minutes you're feeling a little bit different. Ground into your energy and you can command your body. I command to feel, I command to be grounded. I know what grounding is. I have done this. I am grounded. Ground into your energy, ground into your breath, ground into the very moment that you're in. All we have is the present moment. Now, we're told this anyway, but that's, for those of you who have chosen Paul, do you really only have the present moment? Because that's where you're being asked to focus while you sort of regurgitate is the word, which is kind of gross, but regurgitate all of the old and release it from every system in your body. So give yourself some space. This too shall pass is the other thing that I am being told to tell you. But to lighten up, joy, laughter. For those of you who are trying to push through and get on with things, this could be a time just to put on the Golden Girls or whatever it is that you do and just sit and allow this to balance out. Remember, the world that you're getting is a brilliant success, and you are. This is your freedom. The freedom is unwinding within. Allow it to balance out, and then you can move forward in a brand new, in any direction that you want. So this is like if you chose the Fool, the zero in the tarot and the major arcana, that's where you're at right now, but you have all of the information that you need. So your message is to stay put, ground, command your body to ground. Your body listens to commands. Your mind will do what you tell it. If you feed it positive things, if you feed it, commands that you need, it will do it. That's what it's there for. So stay in the positive, and this will be your ending of, your beautiful ending, which is actually your beginning of going in any direction that you want. And that means anywhere, doing anything. So just allow your focus to stay in the present moment while this energy balances out, and you will bounce back much more beautiful, much more energetic, full of life, full of joy, and full of all of that love that you want. And again, that love will be reflected from the external, from your internal heart. Remember, everything it is, everything that you want, and everything that exists in this world comes from you first. That is your foremost message. It's all within you. Everything you want already exists within you. So absolutely wonderful, pile 2, for those of you who chose the fairy folk for a little bit of magic. Remember, the fairies, the elementals, get out in nature. Go hug that tree and just be at one, and just sit with those clouds and listen to those birds. Mother Nature is absolutely there to ground in and order. Absolutely. Do not have any qualms about ordering your sweet, beautiful body to do what it is that you want. Just make sure it's all positive and stay in the positive. I command you to ground now. I am grounded. So that's what you can do. So I hope this resonated, pile 2. Do feel free to give me a thumbs up, a like, let me know in the comments. It's great to be back again. Sending so much love and light to you until we meet again. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, pile 3. For all you pile 3ers out there, we have the Keepers of the Light. So we will start with your 3 cards of the Keepers of the Light, and then we'll get you some extra information. So this is really just giving you just some insight, really what you need to hear right now. Nothing more complex than that. Just messages of whatever it is that you need to hear right now. So first one is soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. That's wonderful. So yeah, there's also the cosmos here. A lot of you are starseeds. Just in general, I think most people who are attracted to this channel are either light workers or starseeds for the most part. But you definitely have had a little bit of a more difficult time because there's been a huge activation, especially after the last portal, the 444, the 4 portal that we've just been through. A lot of activation. So there's been a little bit of an up and down here. So connecting, as a pile 2 got connect to the ground, you should always stay grounded, of course, but your connection, you're being asked to connect to your soul family, to help you get through this too. And for those of you who are being really practical, I've got this, you're not supposed to do this alone. Just remember that, please. Isis, of course, magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. So for those of you who are wondering, what the hell is going on? Am I ever going to be able to get out of this or take anything to the next level or see the kind of future that it is that I want? Absolutely you can. This is the time where things are definitely happening at a rapid rate and in a completely different way. The way in which, let's see what we have here, Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Yeah. So the way in which you are using your energy, those of you who picked the Keepers of the Light, pile 3, is completely different. So you are working directly now with your soul family here. So a lot of you, if there's Palladian energies or whatever it is with the starseed energy, you are working absolutely with your own magic. So before this happened and we had sort of systems in place, whether you believed in them or not, we all had to, at some point, in our own way, we had to sort of abide by them, right? Now that they're all crumbling, the magic that you have that's otherworldly can now sort of is much more free to release into the light. So the way in which that you are working is in light speed. It's completely different to the way that you were working before. So the way in which that you're expecting results will not sort of work for you anymore. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So bear with me while I get you some more information. So your magic, whereas before you held your magic a little bit bound, and certain people were in and around your magic and people could sense your magic, and sometimes that made you uncomfortable. That no longer happens anymore because your magic is it's been let free. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's unbounded. I'm trying I keep seeing this beautiful sort of Victorian house, and you go to the end of the gateway and you open the gate. That's your magic. You've opened the gate, and the magic just sort of pours out now. Whereas before you kept it in the house, and when you invited people in the house, they were absolutely in tune with your magic, but they were usually in tune with your magic beforehand, before you invited them in the house. So that's exactly the vision that I'm getting to explain it to you in the easiest way. So your soul expansion, it's not that you necessarily don't care anymore. It's just that you didn't want to overwhelm people before, whether you realize that's why you were holding back or not. You understood at a very primal level how powerful you were, but it wasn't the time to sort of go full-fledged you. Now it is. So yeah, you've been waiting. You've been waiting for this time. Your soul has been waiting, whether you've realized or not. And that's why I feel like for a lot of you who are like, man, I started this, I start this project, it kind of takes off, but then it doesn't. And this happens, and then it doesn't go in the right direction, or, I start this and it doesn't get enough momentum. And you're wondering if that's you. No, it isn't you. It's just, whatever it is that you were doing before, it wasn't the right time, and that's not exactly what you were supposed to do. However, everything that you did before was wonderful because it's going to set you up for whatever it is that you're about to do. So it's all fodder for integration and an experience, right? But that's not quite the direction that you were supposed to move into. But you're going to be able to grab everything that you did before that you didn't consider a huge success and put it together and move forward in a brand new way. So, okay, King of Cups, yes. So moving forward, with integrity, with all of the experience that you absolutely have before. And now everything's going to make sense. There's going to be this celebration of what it is that you are going to do and how it is that you will bring it to fruition. It's sort of a really exciting way. And I keep seeing I love Charmed, but not everybody loves that series, but I actually own it. Even though it's on Netflix, just in case it ever gets taken off Netflix. But, I see, the Charm sisters up in the attic and using their magic. I feel as though this is you from now on in, integrating the magic sort of in not even a brand new way. It's just in a very powerful way. It sort of takes over, integrate into every aspect of your life. And again, everything that you've done so far will make sense. Oh, okay, that's why I did this. Oh, I'm glad it didn't take off, but I can use that experience and apply it to this. So this is like a brand new level of awareness for you. And for those of you who have been trying to balance out and you're still in the activation process, again, please always stay grounded. It's very important to stay grounded. But opening up your crown chakra here and really getting in touch with your soul family. Now, ancestors too. A lot of you have grandparents or there's family members, very strong family members who have passed on but are also helping you. They're all around you, and you can probably feel them comforting you. They're holding a candle for you. I just got that, you know, lighting a candle for you, which means it's always there. Yes, your integration, faith, the way in which you move in the world now, abundance, absolutely. You're coming into a new level of abundance, but the way in which you will attract that abundance is completely different. Like we've said, you know, it's almost like Pandora's box, but, you know, instead of all that stuff coming out and the bottom of it is hope, all your magic is out there. And at the bottom of that is what it is that you are going to do in this lifetime. So for those of you, the celebrations are coming. It's all happening sort of in the background a little bit, but trust me, it's happening. It just, the energies are leveling out right now, but the abundance is absolutely happening. It's up to you to really, really connect with that faith. In the same way that you are using your magic in a non-selective way, in a brand new way, without fear of repercussions, without you saying, all right, you know, I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to do my thing, and showing all your power and your light, because the world can take it now. I got this really beautiful image of, as the world's crumbling, your light is sort of integrating into the crumbling factors. Whereas before, you know, there was fear of doing that. But now that you've been activated to move forward, that's what it is that you're supposed to do. So your own special magic is coming in. Now, you must have faith that everything is working in your favor. You've literally, Pile 3, got everybody on your side. You definitely got your Ascended Masters for sure. But you've got this very beautiful, like, insane kind of like... heavy, beautiful, not heavy like, oh my God, heavy, but like very, very powerful. That's the better word of the divine feminine, like Isis, Lilith, even for those of you who identify with being in and around Lilith energy. You have this really beautiful support system of your ancestors, your bloodline that's been cleansed now. That's what you've done with your magic. And it's really insane. So have faith. They've already lit those candles for you. There's a huge amount of support. You know, your heart chakra is opening now. And for those of you who are sitting on your bed and crying, that's the activation. And, you know, that's just the tears of joy coming in, of that you can be finally who you are. Focus, crystals. But this is you. This is absolutely you. This is the world that, you know, you've come here to create, and you will absolutely do that. I'm going to flip this. Yes, take the time to do this. And for those of you who are like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do next, this is not really necessarily a time to move forward in that direction, because you do know what a lot of you know what you want, and you're being given exactly what you want. Now, it may look a little bit different when you get it, and it's going to be much better, but you actually do know what you want. Now, obviously, you know, you can take small steps to get there, but you put so much energy behind it already that take the sanctuary, focus on the present moment, but focus on your magic and your light. And for those of you, excuse me, always accept the help that's out there, the light and the help that's out there. Your spirit guides are working with you. The celebration is coming. Celebrate in your magic. And remember, don't look back at all the things that you're trying to, you know, oh, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm confused because that didn't work out before. Why will it work out now? Again, you're working in a brand new way. Don't try and apply what worked before to now. Just work on the magic. Balance. Allow all of this energy. Take your sanctuary, take your time, even if you're busy and you've got a family, you've got a load of things going on, take that half an hour, whatever you need to do, ground and focus, but allow this time to really balance into this energy so you can move forward with your magic. All of this is happening on the sideline, but it is happening. Connect to your faith and use that help that's coming in. Really, really allow that help into the heart chakra. For those of you who are feeling a little bit heartbroken because a lot is seeping out, a lot of stuff is coming up from the outside, or, you know, releasing of old stuff, it's time to sort of release that. Just quickly release it. We don't need to even like go through it anymore. Quickly release it and really hold that heart space for your magic and that faith and that connection to all that help that's coming in for you today and tomorrow and pretty for absolutely the rest of your life. But this is you. This is you coming in. This is absolutely you. It's really beautiful. Sunshine. This is all the energy and everything that you've done coming into this beautiful abundance here. So just focus on that. You're absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. Where is our... Yes, our King of Cups. These two here, the King of Cups, the Six of Staves, the celebration, what it is that you've wanted is coming to you. Have that faith. It's absolutely coming to you. Hold space for that. And remember, the way in which your energy is working is completely different. It is working at lightning speed. This is completely different. Go back to the cosmos. Speak to your star family. That's the energy that you're going to get now. And that is the next step. They will definitely be able to manifest what it is that they've been working very hard for you, but they'll be able to manifest what it is that you're looking for in a tangible form in this abundance. But they'll be able to surround you with this understanding of abundance in the new way and keep your energies high, which will help with the ascension and everything that you're going through and balance out everything that you're going through. And for those of you who are up and down like a seesaw, you know, I know how that feels. You know, it's been a tough couple of days for that, but you are coming out of that now. Remember, this is you. Never lose focus of the magic that you have. That this is absolutely you, and keep that faith. Mother Earth and Gaia is working with you in such a beautiful way to bring that hope and beauty back to the world. And what it is that you've signed up to do in this lifetime is not a small thing. It's not a small thing at all. So it's coming to fruition and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. And they are preparing you to be out in the world, to be able to shine your magic and create that abundance around you at all times without any of the tools that you felt like you needed before. You are absolutely working on a completely different level. So again, don't try, you know, for those of you who are trying to revert back or use the old things that you were trying to use or look back on what didn't work. Again, it's futile. It's not going to work for you anymore. This is brand new. This is not even brand new beginnings because it's just a brand new world. So stay focused. Again, always stay grounded, but know good things are coming, and the way in which the abundance will be surrounding you will be brand new too. And expect something brilliant to be coming in your direction for sure. And remember to stay with your soul family. If you are confused, if you do have those lows, just to connect, ground into your energy, stay in the present moment, open up your heart chakra and just take in all of those messages and all of that light support and ancestor support that's being offered to you. And don't worry about asking for help. They will give you everything that you need in that moment. I promise you. So thank you for joining me today, Pile 3. This is a beautiful time for your magic to take flight. I'm really excited for you. So do let me know in the comments if any of this resonated with you. Feel free to subscribe if you feel as though this is energy that you want in your life. And obviously give me a thumbs up if that's how you're feeling. Such an honor to be able to read for you today. Sending so much love, light, and healing. Stay safe and sane. And until we meet again, you take care. Bye-bye.